So I'm gonna go ahead and do the rear brakes and rotors on this 2013 Dodge Charger. So I've already done the driver's side, so I'll go ahead and give you a rundown on how to do the passenger side. All right, let's go over the tools we're gonna need for the back brakes and rotors, and not much. Your breaker bar, your ratchet. Well, let me point it out just in case. Breaker bar, ratchet, wrench 18 millimeter. That's for removing the brake compressor from the actual caliper. Rubber mallet, that's for helping you get this dang rear rotor off. Sometimes they get stuck. Hammer, just in case it gets real. Good flathead screwdriver. Sometimes you need that to get the hardware off of the caliper. Socket. This one is the 18 millimeter. Another socket. This is a 15 millimeter. This goes. We use this to take off the compress off of the caliper. This is a key for the rim, and a 7/8 socket for the lugs. Clamp for compressing the piston. Obviously your rotor, your brake pads, brake cleaner, and some penetration oil. Obviously your jack, and a hanger for hanging the caliper so you don't put any unnatural stress on your caliper when you have it. You don't want it just dangling there, hanging, and damaging your brake lights. All right, let's get started. First thing we want to do is remove the caliper bolt, or caliper bolts. There are two of them, and you're gonna need your 18 millimeter socket right here, and good old ratchet. So let me show you the two bolts on the back here that you need to remove. Two bolts. They're kind of hard to get to. It's a lot harder to get to in the rear than it is in the front. So it's right here, and the other one is down here. So you're gonna have to get some good angles, but get that on there, and just go ahead and turn it. You should be able to remove that bad boy. Alright, so the first bolt is removed, and now we're going to go ahead and get the second bolt. I'm going to take it from an angle on the bottom here. Twist that out. Alright, so second bolt is removed. So now we're going to pull the caliper off, but what we want to do is get a hanger, and we're going to hang this so that it doesn't end up messing up this brake line here. Now that we got that off and out of the way, now we need to remove the caliper, or the rotor. Now these are notorious for getting stuck. So my trick of the trade is penetration oil, and spray that up in there. And since I'm replacing this rotor, I use a hammer, regular hammer. I'm going to find a place where you can strike it without the backing plate getting hit. So I would figure the place where my caliper is a good place. So we can try and move that back a little bit and give it a good few taps, or maybe we might have to get physical with it. can see it starting to break loose. Now we should be able to pry that bad boy on off. And there she goes. Wow. That's why you get stuck. You can see all that rust there. And rust there it goes here. And what you want to do, you got the opportunity, is go ahead and take a wire wheel and get rid of all of that corrosion. Alright, so this isn't a part of changing the brakes or rotors, but I'll title it, put it in the description, and might as well show you because I have to do it for this customer anyway. Their speed sensor, well, they have a code popping that says that their speed sensor right here is bad, so we're going to go ahead and replace it. All you need to do that is just this 10mm ratchet here. You're going to get up in there and remove it from the back here of the caliper, and it'll slide right out. So let me show you where we're going to do that. Take a look. Let me grab some light for you. So if you take a look right here, you can see right where we're going to use that 10mm and just go ahead and remove that. Alright, to properly do this, you're going to need an extension. Sorry, I failed to mention that. So let's go ahead and take it off. I don't even really need that. Just unscrews so easily. There you go. And she's out. Get up under here. Alright, so if you observe, these pieces come with the hardware that you need to put it back on. So I'm gonna just go ahead and pull the whole thing off. Stick my screwdriver under there and pop it out of those two holes. And that gives me a better angle to go ahead and remove this clip out. And there you go. That's the old one off. We'll discard that. And then we can put the new one on. And take a look at it. I'm going to make sure that it pretty much matches up. It's the exact same one. It's the old one, the new one. Looks exactly the same. Oh. Right there. And I'm going to keep this old hardware so I can get rid of this. There, then, and there, there, there. So, if you remember the red clip that I took out at first, we want to go ahead and put that back before we connect that back in. Make sure I'm putting it in correctly. Put that back in. And then we want to go ahead and attach it back. But make sure it doesn't pop out. That's going to be the difficult part, making sure it doesn't pop out. There we go. And push it in, and the new sensor is installed. Beautiful. Bolt back. And there's the installation of our speed sensor. There she goes. All right. So now we're going to